Alright guys, welcome back. We've got Hamilton Beach Model G to restore here, and she sent two of them along. One's got a broken handle and one's got a good handle on it, and she wants to use the best parts between the two of them to do a restoration on one, and the rest can just be set aside for parts. So, and going through them really quick, this one looks like it's got a nice amount of grunge built up around the or underneath this mix guide window here, but other than that, the machine itself looks in really good shape. This one right here, the mix guide window looks good. The machine itself's got a little bit more wear than this one, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. This has got both the brush caps on it. This one is missing a brush cap there. As far as bases go, they both got their little dings and everything, but I want to say this one right here looks like a better base. I don't know. I'll have to, the base and the neck and everything, it is what it is. I mean, we'll take a look and see if any of them have any dents or anything in it. But yeah, the finish on both of these look about the same, except this one's still shinier, where this one looks a little dulled out. But we're not going to let that make our decision, because once they're refinished, they're going to look the same. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to plug each of these in. And we'll see if we can tell a difference. Alright, so we got the first one plugged in. Alright, so it runs. It's got very limited speed control. Once you get up the first couple speeds, it doesn't really increase at all. So that's that one. But everything else, it sounded good with it the way it ran. Let's check out this one here. Alright, this one's got a bit more range in the speed control. This is a tough one. I think they're both about the same, but we can just use one for parts. So I think we'll do this one here, and then this one here we'll do for parts. If we need any parts off of it, obviously we'll use this. This looks like this lever's got a little. It might not be rust. We'll take a look at. We'll use the best parts from all, and whatever one of these bolt control levers is the best we'll use. Whichever one's got the best bearing in it, least amount of rust, all that. This one's got, looks like it's got a really good bearing in it. We'll look at the badges on it. We'll use the best badge. Where this one here looks like it's got an excellent badge on it. So we will probably just start taking this machine apart here and taking parts off this other one as we need them. So with that being said, I'm just going to move this other one out of the way for now. Get that on the shelf, and then we can unplug this and we'll start disassembly here. Let's see if we can. I know we're going to need a brush cap from that other one for sure. And this one's got, the brush is about halfway worn on it. You know what? I'm going to pull the brush out of this other one and check it. Alright, so this other one's got brushes that look almost new. Let me show you the comparison between these. Now you can see the difference there in brush length, which means this one's probably got the least amount of use on it. So maybe we're going to switch things up. We'll use this one for parts, handle of course, and this is the one that we'll end up restoring this motor here, because Judging by the brushes anyways, it seems like this would be the obvious choice. It's got the least amount of use. Yeah, see, the brushes look really good in there. Alright. I think we'll stick with that decision. That sounds good to me. Let's get this broken handle off of here and save the screw. Toss the handle because, well, why keep it? Might as well go ahead and just pull this front off of here now. Nice to have a parts machine handy for doing this too. I mean, I've got parts for these. I don't have a handle though. So if both of these had a broken handle, I'd have to search high and low for a handle. Which, I mean, I suppose I could always just buy another one of these for parts and use the handle off it if that were the case, but it's easier to not have to worry about doing that. Alright. I'm going to get the screw out of there and we'll see what's going on in here. Alright, these turn nice and free. You see there's some grease in there. That's, you know, typical for this machine. Alright, we're going to take this off and get our wiring disconnected and all that. That way we can proceed to pull out the guts of it. But we can't even take the armature out till we get these secondary brushes out. And these are both same era. The earlier ones had another brush cap here that you take off to access your secondary brushes, but on this one here, they're inside. They switched that up in the middle of the production. Alright, let's do our, it's all sticky, that wax coating on it. Let's get our secondary brushes out of here. Okay, with those unscrewed, they should both pop out. There you can see they got good length on them, so they're in really good shape. And let's get our cord going. You can see this cord is broken right here too. Alright, toss that aside. Yeah, this cord's in really bad shape. You can see that's all bare wire right there. As is this one. Yeah, so this was a pretty unsafe cord for sure. Let me get this out of here and show you. You can see bare wire. So there's all the pieces of the cord laying in there, or the insulation. These HBs are nice. They've got this nice little brass screw here where they attach the chassis ground for the RF filter, which we're going to toss. And we can use that screw to hook up our ground to it. Easy peasy. Alright, so I'm going to pull our nuts off of here. And I don't believe this ain't my socket yet. I'm going to put that socket. These sockets are a tight fit between the nut and the shoulder on that there, you know, to get down in there. Alright, let's let's get our front piece off here. That you can see it's got the bushing in there. There's 2 wicks in there. We're going to have to take that apart and we get everything cleaned up really well and get it relubed. Alright, that's got a bit of flour and whatnot on it. That'll clean up easy enough. Then we're going to take a good look at the wiring in here too, and if the wiring has any issues, we'll take a look at the wiring in the other one and choose the best. Choose which one's got the best wiring. Alright. It actually feels nice and smooth there. You can see it's darkened, but there's no ridge on there, so yeah, this doesn't have much wear at all. The contacts on these points here on the governor look decent. So this one's actually looking pretty good. Get this brush holder clips off. Alright, so with those out of the way, I'm going to take this little clip that holds the mix guide window off of here. These are always tricky. There we go. There's the clip. There's the mix guide window. That one looks like it'll clean up really well. Alright, let's loosen up these nuts and run our threaded rods out of here. Sucker. Alright, that one loosened up, but this one is not as cooperative. Of course, I can't find my good needle nose either. I may have them out in the garage. I'm trying to do some tool organization lately, but every time I start to get them organized, I gotta take a tool from one place and move it to another. Alright, so that's not really cooperating very well. And I gotta be really careful about these wires on here. Let's see if I can just crank this loose. Nope. Alright, I'm gonna have to break that loose then. That nut. Ah, there we go. The thread rod must have turned enough to take the pressure off of here. Still really hard to get down there to it. And I don't think my socket will reach. Yeah, not even close. I don't have a socket, a deep well nearly that big. I don't even know if they make one that long. Alright, but now that that's loose, I should be able to back this out. There we go. Oh, that's threaded in there really tight. Not sure why. What's this one? This one's loose. Not loose, but I mean, nothing like that other one there. Alright, let's get that out of the way. Let's see if we can get that other threaded rod out of here. Alright, you know what? I'm going to have to go a different route. Let's double nut the end here. So I can find the other nut. I get a lot more leverage on it this way. Still like know where I put my 1/4 inch wrench. Alright. Yeah, that is really threaded in there tight. So it should be finger loose by now. It's getting looser, but wow. I don't know if it was cross-threaded. There we go. Finally. I'm not sure what was going on with it. The threads on there look decent. Get the spacer out of there. There should be another spacer in here. Did I get? Oh, yeah, there it is. Alright. So now, we can go ahead and just pull our fuel coil out of here. Let me get this capacitor up there out of the way. Doesn't really want to move too freely, does it? So this is the point where normally these things just pop right out. And this one doesn't want to pop anywhere. Don't know if it's gotten loose at all yet or not. Oh yeah, it moved some that time. Now it's rattling around in there. Yeah, it's funny, you'd think that these would, if one will just slide out, or if most of them slide out, they all would, but every now and then, you really seem to get one that wants to fight you on any, and it does not just these, I mean, it's on anything, you know. Alright, so that was a chore, but we got it out of there, so I'm not sure why that thing was in there so hard. It must just be a really tight fit. Well, it's out now. See how well these brush holders come out. Not too bad. There we go. And it came out pretty easy. That one anyways, this one's almost out. There we go. Alright, so all we got left in there is that darn bushing in there that we got to get out down at the bottom. And then of course take off our little badge there. And these inside parts get cleaned up. We'll work on this now. And hopefully, this set screws in here won't be too much effort to get out. These Model Gs usually aren't too bad. The Model H's sometimes can be, that grease is solid. But the Model Ks are the worst, I think, for having these screws get these little set screws in here. They get seized in there so hard. Model Gs are usually alright. for set. Oops, we're picking up more crud on here. Alright, looking for a set screw. There it is. Alright, that wasn't too terrible. Let's see if we can find a set screw on this other one now. I have to scrape off this old dried up grease on here because we can't see nothing through it. And there's a set screw. Found a screw, just can't find the slots in it now. There it is. Alright. That was quite easy. Let's get our shafts out. Yeah, you can see that definitely needs to be cleaned. And that one too. But that's really not unusual. That's typical more than anything. So let's get these out with it. That one came out with both washers. Let's see if this one will do the same. Nope, dropped the washer. Alright, so this is stripped down. Other than this, we'll heat this ring up and pop that off, and then we'll get the grease out of it first, and then we'll do that. And the only other thing we have left to do now is this base, which is pretty straightforward. Drive that pin out and take this off, and then we gotta knock this off of here. There's 3 screws here that take, this whole assembly comes off, and then the feet, and that'll be ready to go. So we're going to go ahead and take the base apart. I've already showed it a bunch of times on camera. It's nothing exciting. And once we get everything done, powder coated, we'll be back. Alright, well, as you can see, we've got Jilly's Hamilton Beach all done. This one was just done back to original as well. We got the white powder coat on it. We've got our decals for bolt control and the mix guide on there. The mix guide window's all cleaned up. It looks nice. You can see through it well. Everything inside has been cleaned, polished, new lube, new oil, new cord on here, new feet on the bottom. Got the turntable all lubed up. So yeah, this thing is looking sharp and ready for one to wipe down and to go back. But before we go any further with that, let's go ahead and fire something we're going to listen to. So as you can tell, it runs nice and smooth now. Looks good. So this is combining the best of both parts from the 2 machines that she sent. So yeah, we're gonna get this wiped down one more time and get it packed up and on its way back home, and she'll be able to put it to use and start baking with it again. So if you guys have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I'll get back to those as soon as I can. And as always, we'll see you on the next one. And thanks for watching.